Welcome to the Imperium Forex daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. To open today's webinar, the Australian dollar once again is attempting to restore the bullish bias against the greenback after yesterday's session took the upside trip to challenge the resistance around that 78.70 level, but failed after printing a high of 74. At this point, it would seem that the bulls and bears will battle it out again today to determine where the market will probably lead to, and my view is still towards the downside, with the immediate support coming in at 78.20 and then down towards 77, 75, 80, with the broader picture still at 76.5 to 77.20. As I mentioned, any advantage again should fail towards that top side level of around 78.70 and firmer above 79.15.25, and also where the 60-day moving average comes in. The euro had a relatively quiet session overnight as the market slowly digests the remarks from Mario Draghi and also Janet Yellen, along with the release overnight of the US ADP report, which indicated that the private sector added 135,000 jobs in September, beating expectations of 131,000. Fed Janet Yellen spoke at an event in St. Louis earlier this morning, but didn't state on the economy or the upcoming decision on whether she will be reappointed as chairwoman of the Fed, which is beginning of next year. As long as the dollar index at the moment still flirting around the 93 handle sustains and eventually takes out the 93.40, then we should see a dynamic move to the upside to a target of 96, 97 as an objective. This in turn would put the euro through 116.85 and look down towards 116.30-35 or lower, but that's the broader picture. But for the meantime, we're still going to take out this level 116.85 to get the bearish sentiment following on. Well, dollar yen once again fails towards the top side, and after putting in another challenge, printed a high of 112.92. I still view the market will pull back and eventually look towards the downside. Now, we did get a low overnight of 31, so I still play the strategy of buying on dips, but towards 111.60 may fail, and I do expect a possible rejection from there and look back towards the top side. Well, the pound pretty much not going anywhere at the moment, still maintaining above the 131.95 support. I am a little bit cautious of coming out with any bearish calls, even though the technicals are slightly on the negative side. But being that the fact that we are holding above 131.95 could see a rise up towards 132.90 to 133, purely on the fact that we still have some risk to of a hawkish comments from the Bank of England, so do be aware of that. Well, gold initially tried the top side, but failed after briefly looking above the 1280 handle. At the moment, I'd still expect to see a recovery in gold and look towards the top side of 83. Now, a break above there will give further scope to the upside of 90. My view is playing a strategy on buying on dips and towards 68, or even waiting towards 58, as the market should rebound quite aggressively. Well, silver went straight to the upside overnight and challenged the level of $16.80.90, but rejected. At this stage, I still feel that we could get further risk to the upside. A break of $16.90 would reinstate the target of $17.2025. Like gold, I like to play a strategy of buying on dips, and with the support now seen at 45. And to wrap up with oil, market is still poised to the downside of $49.50 as a target, and reassess from there. Any advances should fail towards 50.60 or 51.5. So that wraps up my daily video. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day that's ahead.